evening, everybody. We are Ruby Clouds, and we want to welcome you to Late Nights in East Los. This first song we're going to perform is called Fenomenal, and it goes out to all of you ladies out there.
Hicieron por mí, fenomenal cada una de ellas, y son las estrellas que me hacen soñar, y seguiré tumbando fronteras, y seguiré queriendo más, seguiré amando más. Hoy seré fenomenal, hoy seré fenomenal. Veo en mi rostro el rostro de ellas, lo que vivieron es parte de mí. Fenomenal cada una de ellas, y son las guerreras que me hacen luchar, y seguiré tumbando fronteras, y seguiré queriendo más, seguiré amando seguiré tumbando fronteras, y seguiré queriendo más, seguiré amando más, y seguiré tumbando fronteras, y seguiré amando más. Hoy seré fenomenal, hoy seré fenomenal.
Esta canción que vamos a interpretar se llama Esta Noche.
En esta noche, como todas, sigo pensando, pensando en tu amor. En esta noche, como todas, sigo esperando, esperando tu amor. Nunca imaginé que iba a ser así. Yo me enamoré y sin resistir en esta noche.
Thank you.
Woo!
Yeah.
Yeah, oh yeah, I love the reverb. I have a thing for reverbs.
Me too.
You do? Cool.
I have a crush on reverb.
You do? Welcome back to Late Nights in Islos, folks. Thanks again for tuning in. Thanks everybody for supporting our project. LateNightsInIslos.com takes you to our YouTube channel now. So just make sure you go LateNightsInIslos.com. That's our YouTube. Subscribe if you have a Gmail account. If not, create one, and please help us spread the word, spread the message that we have amazing talent here in Los Angeles, and we are here, and this is your space. And please just send us a message if you want to participate. And Ruby Clouds, Claudia, man, thanks for being here again. It's a pleasure. They've been here. This is the third time.
Second time.
Second time. They were here episode 50 of season number 1, and now we have them back after a whole journey. They have a CD. We have artwork. So yes. So please. If you're watching via Facebook back there, please go to LateNightsInIslos.com. That takes you directly to our YouTube channel. Subscribe and then watch the official video, because right now you're enjoying our director's back view over there. So
That's the director's cut. It has his back.
Director's cut.
That scene's really good with the back.
So please, over there, thanks for watching. Thanks for supporting the project via all whatever social media you are following us, and then go to our YouTube channel. So Ruby Clouds, once again, welcome back. Please tell us. Let's start for the new people. Tell us who are Ruby Clouds.
Well, first, thank you so much for having us back. We're so excited to be here in our favorite store, Quetzal Boutique. Ruby Clouds, we are brother and sister, and all of the music that we perform is original that I write, and my brother accompanies me on guitar, and we've been playing together for 5 years now, all around San Diego and Tijuana and LA, mostly, all of Southern California, and we are about to release our debut EP on October 19th.
Debut EP. Educate me. What's an EP and what is the album? What's the difference between one or the other?
Do you want to take that one?
Well, originally it was like the EP and the LP was based on vinyl, like the length. A long play would be like, I don't know, more than, I want to say 20 minutes, and an extended play, which is an EP, would be less. So our songs equal about 15
It's about 15 minutes. Yeah.
and so the standard right now in the showbiz is to still go by that, even though it really doesn't mean anything unless you have a vinyl, you know.
And who's producing your both, actually?
Yeah, we produced it.
You produce it yourselves?
Yes.
Oh, wow. You decided to take their horn by the balls.
Oh, yes.
So tell us, yeah, because, you know, a lot
You
of musicians, you know, I'm a DIY type of guy, you know, like I don't have the means to do things, maybe not enough capital, whatever. You kind of find a way that you're gonna make things work with whatever things that are available to you. So you doing it yourself, that means that you were ready, you know, you couldn't wait anymore, and it was time for you to do it, so you decided to do it yourselves.
Exactly.
And that's very respectable, you know, because very, very few people actually have the drive to take that step. It's, you know, it's like leap of faith.
Yes. Yes, it is. And it's a whole year in the making. You know, we started recording last year around this time. We were like, we're going to do it. You know, we're going to pick, because we found a service online to find a mixer that we liked. And so we found somebody to mix our music. And we basically were just going to be telling them what we wanted over internet, right? And that took months because it was 5 different songs. And then we tried different people, and we tried different things, right? And then we reached out to the artists that we've met a lot of artists over the last 5 years. We played a lot of art shows, and so we reached out to some of our favorite artists, and they came back to us with amazing artwork based on each of the songs, based on the lyrics and everything. So it was like a little story for each song. So that's why we decided to release everything as a single starting in March. And so now we've released 5 singles, and we are going to put those together as an EP. That's what we're releasing.
That is so fantastic, and I'm very happy because there's some bands that come through, and I'm like, well, where's your, do you have a CD? You know?
That was us a year ago.
but
we had a demo.
But you guys had, yeah, exactly. You guys had a lot of material already.
Yes.
I already had that demo CD from the Living Sessions with Julieta. Her full name, Or Julieta.
Julieta, yes.
She got, it's just like Cher.
So she also had, I don't know if
Isela.
she's, Julieta Isela, yes.
Yes.
So shout out to Julieta Isela of the Living Sessions. I honestly don't know if she's still doing that showcase. But I learned about you guys because she had that event of the Living Sessions in downtown by the.
Yeah, 333 Live,
The
right?
Oh, right, I remember that venue. That was
Yeah.
a cool venue.
Yeah, it was a really cool venue. Yeah, and that's where I met you guys, and I got a CD from you. And El Hudi was part of that show too. I remember.
Oh, El Hudi.
Yeah, some taller
With
lady
big
with
hair.
curly.
Yeah, she's great, she's great.
She was. Shout out to El Hudi. She happens to be watching out there.
Shout out.
She's an amazing rockera,
Yes.
chingona, and I enjoy that show very much. But I came back with your CD, and I was like, wow, this is really good. It's really good. And I think this is before Late Nights in Islos, or maybe it was around the same time that Late Nights in Islos was starting. And Julieta Isela that night allowed me to do an interview with El Hudi, actually. So it was already happening somehow. But she lives in New York, and you guys are local, and Late Nights in Islos became all about local. So it's like, I have to have them. And so I'm very grateful, and I'm very happy. And it's sort of same the journey for both of you, and for you and for us, because we also have modified things, we also have evolved, and we also continue growing, and you guys also continue. So we're all rising at the same time, improving and becoming better at our trade, and definitely, like I said, I'm happy that you guys finally have a CD. People can still download it for free, or do we charge now?
Well, you can stream it for free, and it's like free on YouTube and SoundCloud, which is pretty easy to rip. But if anybody really wants our EP, and you can just contact us. We're
It's
not
that thing, won't be denied for lack of funds.
exactly. You won't be turned down for lack of funds.
But I love your music.
EP.
You're
Tips accepted.
25 cents short. Get out of here.
Where is your next show happening?
Our next show, let's see. We are playing at Placito Olvera for Dia de los Muertos on
Oh,
October
awesome.
27th.
Okay.
Yes. And then the next day or the week after, we're playing at another Dia de los Muertos event in Linwood.
Lots of Dia de los Muertos events after
Yes,
coming
that's our
soon.
favorite holiday.
Yeah, because yes, that's good. You get lots of gigs, I bet. Yeah, I also do a lot of vending, but this year I'm trying to limit me because it gets so packed now with vendors everywhere, So it's whether I'm like, maybe we get really busy here, so I just rather stay here and help out my mom with customers. But
That sounds good to me.
right,
I'd rather help my mom. No.
Well,
How dare you?
Because
I
I could hire someone, to be here with her and then still do the events.
Oh shit. But he'd have to grow the beard, right? I'm out. I can't do it.
You have to. So again, the date for Dia de los Muertos Olvera Street,
It's October 27th.
and do you know the time of your set?
It's at 5 p.m.
5 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
And that is, what day is that?
It's a Saturday, I believe. Yes. We might also be playing at the Art Walk, but I'm not sure yet. The one that's on
downtown
October
Art
6th.
Walk?
The Dia de los Muertos Art Walk that they do over there.
Oh, there's 2 events now there.
Yes. There's so
good.
many now.
Oh, yes. Competition. Well, Easterly Art Walk happens the second Sunday of October, which is October 14th, and we are planning on doing a Dia de Muertos type of theme. I don't know if the vendors are really into that. I try to keep it more general because I don't want to over capitalize on our Dia de los Muertos tradition either. And so I try to tell myself that I'm being good by not calling it Dia de los Muertos. Although, I see, yeah. So I try to maybe
a
like
very
a
complicated man.
like maybe like a harvest festival, because that's more general. It's like, Dia de los Muertos is really a season thing, it's the passing of everything. It's the passing of the season, because then we won't go into winter, so Mother Earth is dying, literally.
Right.
So that's what it's more about. It's not so much our ancestors, which is part of it, but it's more like a harvest festival.
Yeah, that's where it gets misconstrued, right? It's like,
so it's
this
more a
whole
harvest
fucking
festival.
story.
It would be more accurate to call it. I mean, and I might be mistaken. It's my personal opinion, but it would be more
Quetzal,
accurate
2020, present.
to call it a harvest festival
Nice.
for us, and then have like vendors with maybe fruits of the season. I don't know, and then have the traditional. That is because that is also traditional to the season, but not necessarily como customed out in a Catrina outfit, right?
Exactly.
Which would be awesome to have.
Well, outfits are expensive.
Yeah, well, you know,
Or something like that.
if you probably are going to be doing some face painting, I can recommend Styles by Jean. I don't know if she's watching, maybe. You work with her?
No,
No?
I've heard of her.
Oh, okay, yeah, she's amazing artist. Greenie, Arte de Corazón.
Oh,
and-
yes, also, yeah.
Okay.
Really great artist.
And then, damn, what's her name? I can't remember her name. Alma, Pinta Mi Alma. Pinta Mi Alma, she's also on Instagram like that, and I worked with them last year for the Frida show, and I've seen their work. It's amazing.
Oh,
But
okay.
definitely Styles by Jean and Greenie looks. They are superb.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, I mean, I suck at makeup. I've tried putting on, like, you know, Dia de los Muertos makeup. Every time I go out and drag, I look
You're
terrible.
like, I got everything else covered.
But,
French manicure.
but she's getting really good at, like, the more, like, thicker makeup style. Because of, like, Drag Race and stuff like that. You see that, like, you know, all these tips. So, yeah, like, I think we're finally on our way to getting there. But for someone who's, like, doing that dedicated, like, I'm a fucking makeup artist, you can't mess with that. Someone who's, you know, done that and, like, actually studied it. So I think that'd be awesome to try and collaborate with them, you know.
Yeah.
You know, both local artists helping each other and
We're gonna have
Support each other.
Chona do our makeup.
Oh,
Saludos a
okay.
Chona.
Yeah. I remember
Mina,
she was going to
Mina.
makeup school. She was actually a hostess here last season.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah,
I
she's
didn't know
awesome.
that.
Mhm.
Ooh,
I don't know
Chona.
either.
Yeah, she's
Cool.
That is so cool. So she's doing it full. Well, she works with disabled people, right? That's her.
Right,
That's
she's
her
a
main
job
thing.
coach.
A what?
Job coach.
Job coach. She works with children and adults who are mentally disabled, and she helps them do daily chores and achieve an itinerary. But she also is studying to be a makeup artist. So if you know her, and I'm sure that if you're in the Desmadre in Los Angeles, you've heard of her. She's La Chona, and she is part of the Movimiento del Rock. Shout out to Miguelito, Miguel Bolaños, Miguel Culturista. They are Movimiento del Rock, and it's an aggregation of local rock bands.
Nice.
Follow them on all social media, and I promise you will enjoy every second. And so La Chona, it's now a multi-talented person, and she is working with Ruby Clausen. That is so cool. It's so funny. That's gonna be so fun. I wanna
trip out.
yeah, I wanna no, because I've seen her work on her social media. You know, she
Yes.
was posting it, so I've seen it, and I was like, oh, that's really good. It's a talent that I never expected from her. But what are your? I mean, I tagged on our link, and you have a channel on YouTube. Do you already have a sub? youtube.com/rubyclouds.
No, I don't think so. I think you have to have like a certain number of
And-
subscribers, right? Yeah.
So if you're watching over there on Facebook, I am at 92 subscribers right now on Late
Hey,
Nights
help
in
'em out.
Business.
We
Please
need to
help
have a
out a
counter.
brother. Yeah, I just need 7 more subscriptions to hit 100 subscribers on YouTube, and then we get a youtube.com/Late Nights in Islos. And
Yeah.
Isn't that cool? I mean, we already have the domain. Which
I
you
got
can
a
use.
feeling. Wait tonight.
Tonight's the
Tonight's
night.
the night.
Tonight's
Yeah, tonight's the
So
night.
tell us more about this journey of the production. That's what I wanted to learn earlier on. How has it been to do it yourself, and what have some of the things, and what advice would you give to maybe artists that are seeking to do similar or work similar?
Well, usually that's how we start. We make a bad joke and we add a beat to it. And then eventually we change the lyrics. No, I'm just kidding. The real answer.
I think it's really important to have a vision of what you want. You know, at the end. I mean, we didn't have the actual CD with that cover. Like, this is what it's gonna be. But you know, like
Can you bring it?
oh yes. We wanted to have an EP that was a collection of our best material up to date. So, for example, the oldest song is about 8 years old, and the newest one is about a year and a half. And so it's like a range of, you know, what we've done over the last 5 years, and we're really proud of it. The songs, we picked them, based on how well they could represent our range of music, because we kind of switch around a lot, like with our sound. And so we did a lot of band meetings at home.
Que me regañó. No, this is gonna be on it. Okay. I don't know why she's taller than me in this scenario. Okay.
You can be. I was gonna say you can be truthful right now. She's not. It is a safe space.
You can't hurt me. Just kidding.
So we could Just kidding.
Nice. No, but it really was like trying to figure out how, like, best foot forward, and also like a range, you know, because you know, I feel like we're predominantly trying to do the Spanish side of the bilingual music, and so we're like, well, let's pick the best of that, and then we can kind of fill in the blanks. And it worked out. For me, whenever I would release my own stuff, like, you know, my own little demos, it was like, wait, the song order, wait, the names of them, and she was just like, it's gonna be this one, this one, this one, this one. What do you think? I'm like, yes, you know. And so it's really cool, like having a conscious decision to know what songs are on there. None of them I was like, oh, we have 5 songs, so that's what we put on there. You know, that was my style. I wrote 3 new songs, new EP.
New EP, yeah. We actually have another EP because we thought it was too much to release like 10 songs, you know, because like 10 brand new songs, like people cringe at the thought of one new song. So, you know, so we wanted to make it, you know, really accessible and have something in English and Spanish, and have love songs, but also, you know, some of the sort of, you know, women power, you know, things that we do, and just to be freaky, you know, give you a freaky, dreamy experience as you listen to it. You can close your eyes and, you know, whatever.
Yeah, well, you do have that unique style that I wouldn't call it freaky though. Let's see, what's like
Freaky
noir, like noir pop or maybe something.
Ooh,
Yeah,
noir pop.
yeah, slightly.
Right on.
Slightly psychedelic,
See?
sparkly.
Black and white. A lot of shadows.
Like your outfit. Last time he was here, he was blonde. Today he's a brunette.
What will I be next time?
Is it true what they
Who
say
knows?
about blondes though?
That it takes a lot of bleach to make them that way? Yes, that's very
It
true.
was a lot of
I also like they have more fun or something like that, right?
Oh, I was miserable. But you know what they say, blondes are more miserable.
Who did your artwork for the CD?
The artwork for the cover was Michelle Spromberg, who's originally from Huntington Park, and we met her actually at that same show where we met you. It was kind of crazy.
Cool.
She was taking
That's
pictures there,
nice.
and we loved her pictures. And so when we thought of who could take pictures of us, we reached out to her. And we went to her house to shoot, and she actually, at the end of the session, she was like, hey, how about you guys hold these masks and, you know, just pose like that. And we were like, okay. So we just did it. We didn't know what it was for. And then, you know, a couple weeks later, she shows us this, and we were just...
It's
know,
a really
it was
and
amazing.
Quetzal collection is featured.
Exactly.
And best of all,
I
told you. My earrings and his ring.
My ring, I bought this ring here, and it's a
I don't know
really
if you can
great
see 'em,
ring.
but that's your
It's
earring too.
I love this
The one
ring.
I'm going
I
like
wear it
this.
every time.
I know, right? Zoom in.
Let me give you a little bit behind the scenes. You know how we were able to achieve that?
Oh, like this.
I had to.
Oh, yeah.
How's that for
He's way
special
taller
effects?
than me. I'm wearing heels
I
right
fucking
now.
worked out
What are you
my
wearing here?
my hammies.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, dude.
I didn't even.
Your quads. Yeah.
Good quads.
That is funny. I thought maybe she's still on a platform or something.
That would have probably
That
been
would have
easier.
been, that would have worked too.
Like 10 more photos. Don't worry. Little
Hold,
chicken legs.
hold, try not to breathe, smile. You're sweating too much.
Why are you turning red? Stop crying.
Yeah, so one of my goals was to work with all women if possible on making the entire album. And the only time that I, didn't find a woman was when I was looking for a mixer. And it was actually kind of funny because a mixing engineer, we ended up working with somebody named Carmen, because when I saw his name, I thought it was a girl. So there's a guy named Carmen, so at least when it shows Carmen, hey, it's a woman.
Kind of.
It's
Like, we
kind
try.
of like, hey, we made an effort, but we met somebody now. So for the next one, we're definitely going to try to have all women. Even the music video that we put out was made by a woman. So yeah, that's one of the things.
Well, female in the entertainment industry that are watching, make sure that you connect with Ruby Clouds.
Yes, we want to work with you.
And you guys have also been part of Chicas Rockeras?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
so
It was actually through
Sure.
Chicas Rockeras
get the boys closer to
Yeah, there you go.
get the boys.
You get the
I
boys
volunteered
closer.
last
Thank
year.
I'm always squatting. Can you pop a squat real quick?
So it was through Chicas Rockeras that we met a music industry veteran named Maria Castellon, who's also from around here, and she gave me a lot of advice on like what to do, because I didn't know where to start. I didn't know anybody, like what do I need to do to get my songs on the radio, for example. And so she helped me with all that, and I also met the person who did my hair, Mayne Muñoz, also from Chicas Rockeras. Different people helped us, with different things. For example, a friend, Carla Hernandez, helped us book, what was it? Echo Park Rising, things like that. So we've made a lot of cool connections through Chicas Rockeras. But the best part of it is the kids, the girls, the rockeras that we worked with. We actually got to play for them during lunchtime this year, which was, kind of one of my internal goals last year when we saw the Mod Pots perform. We were like, that's so cool, I wish my band could do that. And so that was one of the driving forces between, for trying to make a really cool record that was worthy of us getting to perform on that stage specifically. And stages like Chicano Park, those are the stages that I visualize us performing on those stages.
What have been some of the stages in which you have participated this past year that you had always wanted to, and now of course our expectations are always rising, so
Yes.
so what is your ultimate goal? What is the stage that you would like to
Shea Stadium with the Beatles. Of course, they'll be opening up for us. Beatles, wherever you are.
surviving members.
Sorry, the real answer.
Well, the first part was in the last year. What have we done? Or
Yeah, like
saying
what
moving
have been
forward?
some of the stages that you have performed this past year that you have wanted to perform and that you obviously achieved, and what are some of the stages that you would like to perform now?
Well, one of them was Chicas Rockeras, definitely. It was a dream come true to be able to do that and to share with the girls, and to see some of them with the Ruby Clouds pin was just, it was like,
I got my pen.
melted my cold heart. But also we got to perform at the Heartbeat of Mexico Festival at Chapman University, and that was really cool. It was a wide range of, Mexican themed performers, and that was really great. What else? We played the House of Blues a bunch of times, which is always, it's our favorite place to play. We've probably played there the most often, but we always meet really great people and we make really cool connections there. As far as the future, we would love to be able to perform on bigger stages for, cultural events. Here in LA, there's so many, but maybe, I don't know, there's some events that I'm not exactly like that excited about, like certain festivals that are sponsored by companies that, Stillwater from people in Tecate, stuff like that. I'm like, that's not for me, but definitely any kind of events that are big for the benefit of like Quince Night, for example, where they had at La Plaza. Events like that are sort of high profile, with working with organizations.
That are for the people.
Yes, exactly.
In case you're wondering what we're talking about Compañía Estrella. What's the name of the company? It's
Constellation Brands.
Constellation Brands.
Yeah.
So that includes Modelo, Corona, Dos X. I hope not. There's a bunch. You look them up. Constellation Brand beer. I don't know. I'm like, I don't drink beer, and when I learned of the boycott, I had just bought a 24 pack.
No.
Now it's decorated.
So I'm like
just sitting
now,
on the
like,
shelf.
should I burn them? I mean, should I throw them away?
Yeah, it's
But no, I
crazy.
mean, we had already drank, like, I don't know. I think there were like 4 left, and I don't drink. I sometimes I get the craving to have something with my meal, but I have a beer and I'm done. I'm not a big drinker. So now I have a few Modelos there, and I'm like, obviously, I'm not gonna buy Modelo anymore because
Yep.
Constellation Brand, it's stealing water from communities in Tijuana to make their product, which are of course all these beers. So if you want to if you want to learn more about it, just Google Constellation Beer Brand and then Tijuana stealing water, and make your own decision. You know, I'm not telling you to go boycott them. If it's really up to you, go educate it and make, like I said, make a decision. And we should really care about things like this because eventually it could happen to us, and then we we will need to be protesting for
Yeah,
us, you know, at that point.
Exactly.
So, like I said, go get educated and then make your decision. And then I am boycotting, and they are boycotting. So it's gonna be hard because obviously this brand uh, sponsors a lot of events, major events that do create um, jobs for musicians. You know, that do open up the spaces. So it's very hard sometimes to, when you're in business, you know, it's you kind of have to half sell your soul to the devil, or maybe a quarter of it.
Compromise.
Some
Yeah.
compromise, yeah, yeah.
I mean, like the other day, she was like, "I'm not drinking Jack Daniels anymore." And I'm like, "What? Got it? Did you find God?" No, and she's like, "Oh, it's made in Lynchburg, Tennessee." It's like, what the fuck? I'm not gonna drink that either.
Oh.
Lynchburg, right there on the bottle. You're really gonna drink that?
No,
I mean, and if you read
I'll
into
stick
the
with
story
E&J.
of it, it's
Thank
even
you.
worse, like-
But yeah, anyways, it's like you have
E&J.
to be E&J. Shout out the sponsorship. Dead high. No, but yeah, like seriously, you have to be aware of those fucking things because I mean, whether or not the power of the almighty dollar really speaks, and if you're not buying into that shit, literally or metaphorically, then you know you're not contributing to their fucking shitty, fucking nefarious.
So then the question
Efforts.
begs, how do we how do we really rise up to that level where we dream to be, you know? And I always make these arguments with people that I meet, and recently someone was like giving me the same arguments that they always give you, right? And I was like, well, you know, we can choose to continue working with crooked people and make money off of that, but I don't know, it just kind of feels dirty, you know?
Exactly.
It's dirty money, and I myself have found myself in that situation, and sometimes there's no way for you to get out of that. You know, you have to work with people like that, whether you like it
That's
or
exactly it. That's the whole compromise. Like, if you really have a choice, then don't fucking. But at the end of the day, sometimes, again, the whole compromise thing, because how are we going to get into a position of influence or a position of, you know, I don't want to say power because that's the wrong word, but like where we can actually affect things and change things, we kind of have to like sneak into the already existing system, you know? We can't, you know, I mean, it would be ideal that we can just start our own paradigm and we'll beat you eventually, but we kind of have to play their fucking game until we can change the rules of the game and then make them more fair, right?
So what this guy said, that we make things harder on ourselves because then we're closing ourselves out to many incomes that we could be. And I'm like,
Well, going back to like the Dia de los Muertos thing, I'm like, a lot of people that aren't necessarily standing up for the things that we believe in and we represent are making money off of it. So why the fuck can't we? Why, you know?
yeah.
Comment?
Well, first of all, one comment regarding specifically Dia de los Muertos is, if you are going to decorate your house with Dia de los Muertos items, at least just make sure that they are actually made in Mexico by Mexican hands. Because
yes.
now a lot of people
They'll
go
buy them at Walmart and shit.
Yeah.
Fucking
The
Oh,
sugar
99
there's
cent
the
pills.
store, they
99
have the
cent-
masks.
the 99 cent stores, you know, and I'm like, you know, that is precisely what commercial capitalization of
Mhm.
these particular traditional ceremony, and now you go and you buy it from made in China is like how is that benefiting anybody from our culture that is out there, really working artesanías, crafting beautiful things, and then you just turn around and give your money to somebody else that doesn't even understand what Dia de los Muertos is about. And very few people really know what Dia de los Muertos is about because we're sold the colonized version, right? The whole mixing with the Catholic festival, and that's fine and well, but we should be aware really of the traditional aspects and the ancestry of Dia de los Muertos. But yeah, it's really difficult. Like, and yeah, you're right. You compromise and you learn to work with certain people, and you try to do as much good with what you can as well.
Yeah, it's a case by case basis, right? Like right now, when you were asking me and I was kind of hesitating, I would think of something and be like, no. Like for example, the Hollywood Forever event. I heard that last year they had an altar for, like a Netflix altar for dead characters of Netflix shows. And something like that is just like so ridiculous to me that I would be embarrassed to be performing at that event,
But so what they do is they bring a lot of Mexican artists.
Yes, they had Aterciopelados. Well, they're not Mexican, but
They're not
it
Mexican,
doesn't matter
but
to them.
yeah,
We're all
they
from the
bring
same
like
country.
big standing artists. They had Lila Downs last year, or something like that. They've always had major artists, and I don't know. I don't go. I don't participate even as a vendor. The fees are ridiculous. At least to me, they're completely unaffordable. And then the one time that I did participate to check it out, it was like a custom show, Like, there was no ceremonial anything, like respecting our ancestors or anything that, because it's a solemn thing, and this wasn't solemn. This was a party, and I was like, I don't know that I want to be here again.
And so close to like the earthquakes that happened, and like a week later, the party of the Day of the Dead. It was just like
a bit of
so
fucking
fucked up.
empathy and context.
Well, I'm glad to know that you guys are as ethical as I try to be, and it's a hard life. It's a hard life.
I have one more thing to say, about talking about having to work with shitty people. We have the pleasure of not working with anybody shitty. Everyone is amazing. We love you guys.
Yes, thank you.
That's
to our
another
friends.
band. I speak for him too. We work with nothing but amazing people.
And attractive too.
That's true.
They're also handsome. You must be this attractive to work with Ruby Clouds.
So, where can people contact you? Are you for hiring? And please repeat those again. When is your next performance? Which I know when it is, but for them, in case anybody's tuning in. And go ahead. I have one more question.
Well, you can find all of our music and information about us at rubycloudsmusic.com. We usually put our upcoming performances there and links to all of our social media there. And all of our handles are at rubycloudsmusic, so we're pretty easy to find. Except on YouTube, because,
Well, you do have a YouTube, right?
We do have it, yes.
So
you have to
he's-
search Ruby Clouds.
He's
and then
7
you find
away.
it.
How many are we?
Well,
93 away?
See-
99.
So YouTube works exactly the same as any other social media, where we go back and forth and we like each other's videos and we subscribe to each other's channels. But the fun part is that when, like for example, I go upload because I'm already subscribed to your channel, I can actually tag that channel directly to my title of the video, and people can go and like.
Oh, that's cool.
Like a link, yeah, they're linking
That's
it up, so that's pretty awesome. Yeah,
Wow.
YouTube is finally catching. I think it's finally catching up to the live streaming game.
awesome.
Yeah, they were a little old school.
Yeah.
Thanks for all the new improvements, YouTube.
Yeah.
So
YouTube.
yeah, you're watching, please send some money my way. I promise you,
YouTube.
this is gonna just get better. Oh yeah, so we have a Venmo account now. It's at Late Night Tunislos. If you want to donate a few bucks so that we can continue this awesome production, we do have need of additional cameras and maybe some more speakers and microphones and cables. Do you know how many cables are actually needed? Like, it's crazy. We have a crate with like 20 different cables in there, and none of them ever work the same.
Every show, new cables.
And then I do want to mention we have a venue that wants to work with us, and we might be doing a quarterly thing where we can actually invite people to come out to the bar, and it's a stage, and there will be drinks, and we could do a whole, or maybe every 6 months, I don't know, maybe a season closing. And we're going to have the best of late nights in Islas, of course. So if you are going to participate, you better make sure that you are at this level.
Oh shit.
We only work.
Do we even qualify?
We all. Yeah. You know what? Thankfully, all the bands that have come through Late Nights in Islos have been great bands, and I think that there's always room and for growth and improvements for everybody and anybody. So if you're watching, make sure that you comment. You comment over there on Facebook, and you go on Late Nights in Islos, and then you comment on YouTube. Let us know. You know what is something that you'd like to see Late Nights in Islos doing differently, maybe, or what is it that you would like to see? If you're a crafter, I personally would like to have you. I am a big supporter of independent businesses. So if you're a crafter or an artisan or an artist, and you want to come and promote your art and do a little setup here, we can do that as well. We actually could have we usually have 2 segments. We have had 2 segment episodes where we feature a crafter or an entrepreneur, cool. And then we feature the music. So we can do all of that. We have really great bands coming, and we are live every Tuesday night, 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time via LateNightsInIslos.com. That's the YouTube. And if we're not live on Tuesday night, please make sure just subscribe. I am really hoping that we did hit over 100 subscribers tonight, and I'll let you know. I'll post it up. We have CDs that we could be giving out for the people that I'll check. Whoever was the 100th subscriber gets 2 CDs and a T-shirt in large. The CD that Baron Davril left for us last week with the T-shirt with his emblem, and then you also get a pin and a CD by Ruby Clouds, and you can come pick it up at Quetzal Boutique. I'll send you the information. I'll ship it out to you. I don't even, anywhere except only domestic though. No abusen. No abusen. So again, folks, thanks for watching. I'm gonna shut up. See you next week. Ruby Clouds are going to perform 2 more songs. Enjoy. LateNightsInIslos.com. All social media, Late Nights in Islos. LateNightsInIslos@gmail.com. If you want to send us an email, you want to participate, please send us a message via any of the social medias, and thanks again for watching. We'll see you next week. Take it away, Ruby Clouds. Thanks for being here.
You.
Woo-hoo.
Yeah.
He's talking about room for improvement. Fine, I'll tune.
Ayer soñé contigo, estaba junto a ti, tu rostro en mis manos, te juro que sentí, tú me decías todo lo que quería oír, y yo quería solo quedarme junto a ti. Este es el único lugar donde siempre es posible. Este es el único lugar donde el dolor no existe. Qué bendición tus ojos, qué milagro tu voz, qué regalo estar solo, solo nosotros dos. Por eso ansioso espero encontrarte otra vez en otro lindo sueño. Nos veremos después. Este es el único lugar presumir a mis amigos les conté que en el amor ninguna pena me aniquila, que pa' probarles de tus besos me olvidé y me bastaron unos tragos de tequila. Les platiqué que me encontré con otro amor y que en sus brazos fui dejando de quererte, que te aborrezco desde el día de tu traición y que hay momentos que he deseado hasta tu muerte. Acá entre nos, quiero que sepas la verdad. No te he dejado de adorar. Allá en mi triste soledad me han dado ganas de gritar, salir corriendo y preguntar qué es lo que ha sido de tu vida. Acá entre nos, siempre te voy a recordar. Y hoy que a mi lado ya no estás, no queda más que confesar que ya no puedo soportar, que estoy odiando sin odiar, porque respiro por la herida. Acá entre nos, quiero que sepas la verdad. No te he dejado de adorar. Allá en mi triste soledad me han dado ganas de gritar, salir corriendo y preguntar qué es lo que ha sido de tu vida. Acá entre nos, siempre te voy a recordar. Y hoy que a mi lado ya no estás, no queda más que confesar que ya no puedo soportar, que estoy odiando sin odiar, porque respiro por la herida. Muchas gracias y buenas noches. Thank you so much.